Lord Krishna told what is the benefit of pouring water on Tulsi plant every day. In Hinduism, Tulsi plant is considered a very scared plant. Lord Vishnu and Lakshmi reside in this plant. Lord Vishnu does not accept any kind of offering without Tulsi leaves. Tulsi is also called Vishnu Priya, hence the person who worship Tulsi never remains poor. He never face misfortune. Such a person does not go to hell even after committing grave sins. What is the result of just watering Tulsi? Let us now through his great story. Before that, if you are new to this channel, then do not forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel and definitely write Jai Tulsi Mata in the comment box. So let us start this story without any delay. Once Goddess Satyabhama asked Lord Shri Krishna, O Swami, you are the Lord of all three worlds. Yet why do you worship this Tulsi plant? Why do you offering water to it daily? I want to know the importance of offering water to this plant. Then Lord Shri Krishna says, Goddess Satyabhama, Tulsi is the form of Lakshmi herself. There are crores of benefits of worshipping it daily just by offering water to it. Crores of sins of a man are destroyed. Before telling the importance of offering water to Tulsi, I will tell you a very ancient story. Through this story, you will get answer to all your questions. That is why you listen to this story carefully. Shri Krishna says, Goddess, whoever listens to this story only gets the benefit of offering water to Tulsi for 100 years. Goddess Satyabhama says, Lord, I definitely want to listen to this story. You tell me that story, I will listen to it with full attention. Then Lord Shri Krishna tells Goddess Satyabhama the story of the greatness of offering water to Tulsi. Goddess Satyabhama, there is an ancient history on this matter, which is it is good and gives virtuous results. It is a story of the past that a Brahmin named Dhaneshwar lived in Avantipuri. He was a Brahmin by birth, but he was corrupt in his deeds. He had a deceitful mind. He used to earn money by selling blankets and leather etc. and he used to lie a lot. His mind was always engaged in doing bad deeds. He was associated to selling, visiting prostitutes and gambling. He never did any virtuous deed in his life. He did not study the scriptures. He did not even do any worship. He always kept his mind focused on the wealth of others. He used to earn money during the day and spend the night with prostitutes. In this way, that extremely sinful Brahmin Dhaneshwar used to spend his life only committing sins. He never even took the name of Lord Vishnu from his mouth. He never took any money and never worshipped two gods and goddesses. He spent many years committing such sins. Then Dhaneshwar Brahmin reached Mahishmati Puri to buy and sell. The river Narmada flows near that city. People from far and wide come to that place to take a bath in that river. Then that Brahmin stayed in an ashram on the bank of the same river. In that ashram, many learned Brahmins used to be engrossed in reading the Purans and praising Lord Vishnu. That hypocrite Dhaneshwar also stayed there with them, pretending by staying with those learned Brahmins. He also got the opportunity to hear the names of Sri Hari Vishnu. He stayed at that place for a month. Then the people who come the worshipped the cows and fed the Brahmin. That sinful Brahmin also sat with them and ate food and took the prasad of God. There was a tulsi plant in the ashram that Brahmin knowingly or unknowingly used to pure water in that tulsi plant. He had no idea in his mind about what he was doing. Every morning he used to get up and take water in a visual and keep pouring it in the tulsi plant. Then one day when he was sleeping in the ashram, a snake come to that place and that snake bit him in his sleep. that simple Brahmin died in his sleep. In the morning, when other Brahmins saw him in an unconscious state, they put tulsi leaves and tulsi water in his mouth. Then all the Brahmins come to know that he had died. After the death of that sinful Brahmin, Yam's messengers appeared at that place and caught him and started taking him to Yamlok. While going on the way, that Brahmin started lamenting and asked the messenger of death, where are you taking me? What is the reason of my death? Then the messenger of death said, Evil Brahman, you have committed many sins from birth of death. Because of your sins, a black snake bit you and you died. Now we are taking you to Yamlok, where Yamraj will see the account of your sins and he will definitely send you to hell. Then that Brahmin started crying loudly and started pleading for forgiveness from those messenger of Yamraj. But Yamraj's messenger did not have any mercy on him and they took him to Yamlok, beating him. When Yamraj's messengers reached in front of Yamraj with that Brahmin, Chitragupta sitting near Yamraj took out the account of the deeds of that Brahmin from birth to death, and started saying to Yamraj Maharaj, why did this Brahman not do anything? He committed sins from childhood till death. He had not done any good deed. He is a living sin. He should be thrown into hell for a cycle. Then Yamraj says, Messenger, take this wicked Brahman who has committed sins all the life and throw him into the hell called Kumbipak. Following the orders of Yamraj, the messengers of Yamraj took that sinful Brahman with them longly. They started beating him with a mace which broke the head of that Brahman, and they took him to a hell called Kumbipak. In that dreadful hell there were big pots of oil under which a fierce fire was blazing. Then Yamraj's messenger threw that Brahmin in that pot of oil, but as soon as that Brahmin fell in that pot of oil, the oil became cold immediately fell. Seeing this strange incident, his messenger was very surprised that this had never happened before. He had put so many sinners in that pitcher of oil. All of them fell into that boiling oil and started birthing. But as soon as that Brahmin fell, the oil suddenly became calm and cool. Seeing this surprise, that Yamdut ran at a fast speed and reached Yamraj. Yamraj asked the messenger, what is the matter? Why are you running so fast? Then the messenger says, Yamraj, the Brahmin whom you had asked to put in Kumbipak, as soon as we put him in Kumbipak hell, the fire of hell executed and that boiling oil also become cold. Then Yamraj says, messenger, this is a very strange incident. This has never happened before. Yamraj is thinking. Then Devarshi Narad arrives at that place. Seeing Devarshi Narad, Yamraj is very happy and welcomes him by saluting him. Then Yamraj says to Naradji, Devarshi, you are right. We have come on time. Today we have spent a very simple Brahman to Kumbipak hell. But as soon as he fell, the fire of hell cooled down and the boiling oil also became cool. Then Devarshi Narad started saying to Yamraj, Dharmraj, the Brahmin whom you have put in Kumbipak hell is not worthy of being put in hell, because this Brahman has done such a deed unknowingly which will destroy hell. The person who lives with the people doing virtuous, he definitely gets a part of their virtues. And this Brahman, he lived with the devotees of Lord Vishnu for a month. This Brahman has offered water to Tulsi daily, every day, while living in the ashram. That is why he has come a very virtuous person. All his sins have been destroyed. This Brahman has now got the right to go to Vishnu Lok. This Brahman has earned so much virtue unknowingly that in this birth Humans do not get this in the next birth. That is why you should not send him to hell. Just punish him for the sins of this Brahmin by sending him to hell. Get darshan. Hearing the words of Devarshi, Yamraj is very pleased and bring the Brahman out of Kumbipak hell and say to his messenger, take this Brahman Mahatma and show him all the hells. Then the messenger of Yam take that Brahmin and start showing him all the hells. Lord Shri Krishna says, Goddess Satyabhama. In this way, the messengers of Yam show that Brahmin all the hells and take him or to Yakshalok, and then that Brahman becomes a Yaks. Shri Krishna says, Goddess, the name of the plant is Tulsi, the name of the month in Kartik, the name of the date is Ekadashi, and the name of the area is Dwarka. I like Tulsi among the plant. Kartik month among the month, Ekadashi among the date, and Dwarka among the areas. That is why the person who worship daily Tulsi every day and gives water to Tulsi is the most dear to me. That person never faces misfortune and never fails in hell. The houses where Tulsi plant is always green, there is always happiness, peace and prosperity in that house. Tulsi leaves must be present in the worship of Lord Vishnu and in the offering made to him, because without Tulsi leaves Lord Vishnu does not accept my kind of offering. That is why every house must have Tulsi plant. If you have Tulsi in your house, then for happiness, peace and prosperity you must offer a dupatta to Tulsi. Always remember that Tulsi plant is incomplete without a dupatta. Tulsi is not just a plant, but she is a goddess, Vishnu's wife. That is why a dupatta must be offered to Tulsi. This increases love and trust between husband and wife. The woman living in the house always remain married and fortunate. Tulsi must also be married. This ends all the sorrows of a man, and the worldly life is spent happily. One should not use foul language near the Tulsi plant. One should not keep shoes, slipper or brooms near the Tulsi plant. Even by mistake, it is considered a sin. Spitting near the place where the Tulsi plant is present cause a great disaster. One should not keep a visual filled with water near the Tulsi plant. After lighting a lamp near the Tulsi plant, the lamp should be removed from there, because keeping an extinguished lamp under the Tulsi is considered inauspicious. The place where the Tulsi plant is kept should always be kept clean. That is why take care of cleanliness near the Tulsi plant regularly. Shivling and Ganesha idols should not be kept near the Tulsi plant. Also, planting any other type of plant in the Tulsi pot is inauspicious. Clothes should not be dried near the Tulsi plant, otherwise the dirty water from the cloth and cane fell on the Tulsi plant. Keep in mind that the Tulsi plant should not be broken with nails. This insults Tulsi. If the leaves of Tulsi dry up and fail, they should not be thrown in the garbage. You should bury those leaves in the soil of Tulsi. Tulsi leaves should not be plucked on Sunday, and water should not be offered to Tulsi on Sunday. On other days, Tulsi should be watered in the morning without missing water, and a lamp should be lit in the evening. Often women offer water to Tulsi after bathing by keeping their hair open. Doing this is wrong. Women should always tie their hair and apply vermilion on their forehead before offering water to Tulsi. The brings blessing of Tulsi while planting Tulsi plant at home. Keep in mind that dirty soil should not be used for it. Soil for Sherimatrium or dirty place should never be used to Tulsi plant. This make Mother Tulsi angry and it start drying. Tulsi plant should never be planted at a dirty place, such as Tulsi plant should never be kept near drain or bathroom. Otherwise, dirty water can fall on tulsi plant, which is considered very imperious. Tulsi plant should never dry up at home. It is believed in the scriptures that drying up of tulsi plant indicates premature death. If the tulsi plant dries up in the house, the happiness and prosperity of the house and goddess Lakshmi does not reside in the dried tulsi. According to the scriptures, women should not pour water in the tulsi plant during menstruation, and it is also forbidden to touch tulsi. Water should not be offered to tulsi without taking a bath, and do not offer water to tulsi even after wearing slippers etc. While offering water to tulsi, keep in mind that the water should not fall on your feet, as this insults tulsi. Shri Krishna says that by saying tulsi every day a man attains heaven, and by consuming tulsi leaves all his sins are destroyed. Tulsi plant should always be planted in front of house. It is most auspicious to plant it in the east or north direction. Keeping desired plant near tulsi is considered very imperious. Such plants emit negative energy. It has been said in the scriptures that if the plants do not produce green buds, instead thorns comes out, then such plants should never be kept near tulsi. The special importance of the banana plant has been mentioned in the scriptures. If you plant a banana tree near the tulsi plant, you will get many times more benefits. Lord Vishnu resides in the banana tree. Planting it near tulsi brings happiness and prosperity in the house. Saligram should also be kept in the tulsi plant. By keeping saligram in the tulsi pot, you will get to see even more auspicious effect of tulsi. Saligram is considered to be the formless form of Lord Vishnu. It is a black stone which is considered unique and valuable. If you keep it in the tulsi plant pot, then all the negative energy will be destroyed from your house. Only one shaligram should be worshipped in the house. It is said in the Purans that worshipping Shaligram is much better than the idol of Lord Vishnu. Apply sandalwood to Shaligram and keep a tulsi leaf on it. Shaligram should be bathed with pancham every day. By doing this, the sins of all breeds are destroyed. Shaligram is a symbol of positivity and swastika it happens. So friend, this is how Lord Shri Krishna told Goddess Satyabhama the importance of watering the tulsi plant, and told the rules of planting tulsi plant at home. So friend, if you like the video, then like the video and subscribe to the channel. Please do. Thank you.